Hey guys, and welcome back. Hope you guys doing well. Hope you guys having a good time. Hope you guys are being able to withstand the gang stalking and able to find some positivity. I think, like I mentioned before, that the psychological edge or psychological effect of the gang stalking is the most important part, which is the reason why you have to always make sure to be mentally like a soldier, like a soldier in the middle of a war, like a soldier in the middle of a battlefield. You know, shots gonna be flying. There's gonna be pew 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 pew. Shots flying around in the air all the fucking time. Everywhere you go, you know. Pew, 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 pew. And talking about shots flying, I've been busy today, and I made one of my favorite things in the world. Guess what? Ta-da! Don't know if you guys are playing with this when you're kids. I sure did. Do you guys know what this is? You guessed it. It's a slingshot. That's what I was playing with as a kid. And recently I managed to meet a guy on the streets. That was about 2 years ago, actually. That wasn't recently, I guess. 2 years ago. And he made it in front of me and showed me his method of making it, which is, I think, an improved version of the one that I knew how to make. And then we went around trying to shoot down some pigeons. And although I wasn't lucky catching any pigeons, I did manage to catch, well, with the slingshot, I did manage to catch one with my bare hands. And I did what I like to do, which is I cut its throat and immediately drank the blood. I recommend you guys to drink some blood if you can get your hands on blood. I know it's pretty difficult to get your hands on blood nowadays, but if you can get your hands on blood, if you can hunt down an animal yourself and drink the raw, fresh blood, that's very, 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 very good for your health. So anyway, it's talking about shots flying in the air. Yeah, so that's definitely part of the gang stalking. If you're gang stalked, you're definitely gonna have shots firing in every direction. It's like a war zone. It's like a fucking battlefield, and you're like a soldier, and you have to remain as calm and collected and cold-minded as possible. So I hope that you guys are able to resist, because the mental aspect is the biggest aspect. The biggest aspect is the mental aspect, not so much the physical aspect. Work on your mentality. Don't be easily provoked. Don't easily get provoked. Realize that the hurtful words that these cocksuckers are using, and the mobbing, and the verbal abuse, and the shaming language, and the guilt tripping, and the directed conversation, and all this stalking, harassment, nonsense crap is just noise. It's just brouhaha. It's just like a wind. Be like a rock. Don't let the wind carry you anywhere. Just because there is a wind blowing in the area doesn't mean that the rock has to move. The rock is not going to move. Anyway, so I want to talk about something quite interesting, which is the double standards that are being used by the gang stalkers. And I'm sure you guys do encounter a lot of double standards being used. I think the message tends to be geared towards something along the lines of, we have singled you out for mistreatment. You have been singled out for negative, inappropriate, unfair, unjustified, invalid, inferior treatment. And essentially the message that the gang stalkers are trying to convey to you, and me as well, is that you don't have the same rights as everyone else. They treat you as if they are like some kind of superior human race, and you're just like a subhuman, or that you're like inferior to them, or that you don't have the same equal rights, or that you're not from the same species, or whatever the fuck. But generally speaking, the message is that the gangstalkers believe themselves to have rights or superior rights to you. They are deserving of all the good things in life, and they are self-righteous. I don't know if you guys know what that word means. Self-righteous. I guess egomaniacal, grandiose, believing that they are superior to others and have some better rights than everyone else, and they look at you like you're just some kind of bug or some kind of thing that doesn't even deserve to live. I personally don't think this is a problem because I have a pretty rock solid image of myself. I'm very confident and I believe in myself. I don't have a problem. Whatever these fucking pieces of shit saying about me. Whenever I hear somebody saying something negative about me, my default assumption, the way I look at it is, I am amazing, I am superior, I am good, and you're just a piece of fucking trash. And there's actually the funny Arabic saying, I don't know if you guys know it, but the Arabic saying says, the caravan passes and the dogs bark. And the dog's going to be barking and barking, but the caravan is going to cross the desert and it's going to, deliver the merchandise and do the business as it should be. So I think you guys could probably understand what that means. But the double standard is being used is they always have a standard. It's sort of like there's a standard for me. I'm putting myself in the shoes of the gangstalkers. There's a standard for me and there's a standard for you, but it is not the same standard. Never the same standard. So I find it quite funny because oftentimes I hear these gangstalkers always complaining about me. I mean, I don't even assume that they are being genuine or sincere. I highly doubt it. I think they're... Oftentimes what I've realized through this whole thing is a lot of it is just being made up. A lot of it is just like acting. They're pretending some shit. They may not even have any genuine opinions about you, which are either positive or negative. They are just pretending to have some negative opinion about you because they are trying to deliberately make sure to put you in a position where you are going to hear the negative things they have to say about you. Not necessarily because they believe these things, not necessarily because these are the genuine, sincere, negative opinions they have of you, but just because of the effect it would have on you. Because of the effect of you constantly hearing negative talk and trashing and criticism and all this negative fucking shit. So in my case, I often find that there's a lot of double standards. My gangstalkers always complaining about me all the fucking time like little bitches. Oh, ooh, man, he doesn't work, he doesn't have a job, man. And I just find it so psychotically fun. It's annoying, first of all, but it's also quite hilarious. Kind of funny at how stupid it is. Like, look at you, man. You got nothing better to do but fucking follow me around and gangstalking me, and you clearly, motherfucker, you clearly don't have a fucking job. Bitch, you clearly don't have a job. If you're gangstalking people, if you're spending the whole day, and I've seen these motherfuckers all day long, like I'll go on a fucking Wednesday morning, I'll get out of my house at like 10 o'clock, and I will come back, I'll spend the entire fucking day roaming the streets, doing stuff, and then coming back at 7 or 8 in the evening, and these motherfuckers, they ain't working. They are not fucking working. They don't have any fucking jobs. They sure as shit do not work. So I find this really funny. Like, you're sitting there and crying like a crybaby and complaining about me and bitching and moaning about the fact that I don't work. Oh, he doesn't work. He doesn't have a job. He's just always on vacation. He doesn't have a job. He's not working. He's not employed. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, do you hear yourself, man? Like, you don't work. You're not... You're not working, man. You're gangstalking me. You ain't... Bitch, you're psychotic. You're delusional and crazy beyond beyond any. Your brain is not functioning. You're beyond. Bitch, you're not working. You guys are not working. None of you are fucking working. You are sitting there gang stalking people. That's what you're doing all day long. You're not working. And yet you're complaining about me not working. Why is it a problem for you if I don't work? Fuck you. I'm not going to work. I don't want to work. That's none of your business anyway. But nah. They don't want to work. But when they refuse to work, it's not a problem. No one should criticize them. Nobody should hold them accountable or say anything negative about it. And by the way, for me, it's not a problem. Like, if you don't want to work, don't fucking work. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. But then you come to me and you're constantly talking trash about me. Oh, he's not working. Ulab, he doesn't work. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, Ulab. Yeah, exactly. Ulab. Exactly. Ulab, yes. That's exactly what's happening. I am doing the same Ulab shit that you are doing. I am doing Ulab and you are doing Ulab. And the closest thing that there is to a fucking job in your life is the gang stalking shit that you're doing to me, which is not even a fucking job. It's a hobby that you have, an obsession, a sick and twisted and perverted and crazy obsession. But it's an obsession nonetheless. Not a job. It is not a profession. It is not a vocation of any sorts. So, guys, as the reasonable and rational people that we are, we have to remind these fucking fools, and I'm trying to remind you guys as well, double standards are going to be used against you all the fucking time in a gang stalking. The gang stalkers do not hold themselves to the same standards that they are holding to you, or that they are holding you at. If they don't work, not a problem. No one gives a shit. Nobody's talking about them. Nobody's criticizing. Nobody's trash talking. Nobody's saying anything about them. But if you so much it don't work, oh man, they're going to get angry. And they're sure as fucking hell going to let you know about it as well. And they're going to vehemently, viciously, with all their power, almost like it's like some kind of hill that they have to fucking die on, gonna let you know what their opinion is. And of course, it's a shitty, negative, trashy fucking opinion. Man, at this point, it's even fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm just minding on my own fucking business, going from one place to another. Some fucking loser just starts shouting like, fuck off, fuck off. I'm like, I wasn't planning on talking to you. I was not coming up to you. I don't want to talk to a cocksucker like you. Okay? Don't worry about it. I am not approaching you. And I'm definitely sure as hell not going to have a conversation or discussion or any fucking thing with you. Okay? Not interested. Don't worry about it. I am not going to come to you. I'm not going to have a conversation. I'm not trying to approach you in any way. You don't have to let me know. You don't have to tell me, oh, fuck off, you know? You don't need to. If I was coming to approach you and talk to you and try to attempt to talk to you, then yes, you can shout fuck off all you want. And I'll be like, sure as hell, sir. Have a good day. And fuck you too. That would be my response, because I don't need you in my life. And I'm not trying to have a conversation with you. And I definitely, sure as fucking hell, don't want to be a friend with you. I sure as fucking hell don't want to be friends with you. Guys, these double standards are being used all the fucking time. And just realize it, and you have to work on yourself as well. You have to realize that at the end of the day, your inner strength, your strength of character, your mental strength, your strength of your self-image, what you believe about yourself, that you are a worthy individual, that you deserve the good things in life, regardless of what people think, you know, the gang stalker is going to let you know that you are a piece of shit, you don't deserve anything, you have no rights, you blah, blah, blah. You have to believe inside of you that you believe that you deserve these things and that you do have value. And fuck what else? Fuck what they say. Because they're going to come after you. And they're sure as fucking hell going to let you know you're a piece of shit and you don't deserve the good things in life and you're not worthy, you're not valuable, blah 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 blah, regardless of all the contradictory evidence, regardless of the life track that you have lived, regardless of the fucking achievements that you have made in life, regardless of the skills that you have. Many of you might be very creative people. Maybe you're good at painting, maybe you're good at the piano, maybe you are skilled at multiple different things, whether it's a hobby or you know how to fix cars, you know how to weld something, you know how to make. Guys, I've seen some crazy stuff. I've seen people that know how to make crossbows, for fuck's sake. You know, you think any of these gangstalkers know how to make a crossbow? You think any of these gangstalkers know how to make a bow and arrow from scratch? And I've seen people like that. They know how to make a bow and arrow. They know how to make knives from scratch. People who are creative, people who know how to write amazing essays or amazing books, good storytellers, people who are very good at hiking and camping and lighting fires and hunting and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of people who have these abilities and skills. Don't let these people judge you negatively when these people are some of the most unskilled, inexperienced, unskilled losers that there is. So, back to the topic of the double standards. Don't allow this to have any negativity in your life. They will always have double standards for you. They will, I don't know whether they're, at this point it doesn't really matter, whether they're just being dense or just trying to annoy you no matter what or whatever it is. But generally speaking, they will definitely treat you in ways that will let you know that there is a double standard. One standard for them, and then there is a standard for you. And of course, your standard is always going to be the lesser one, and they're going to put themselves at a higher standard. That's, sort of like they deserve better things, blah, 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 and you don't deserve the same thing. They will bar you from, I've heard people being barred from using debit cards and credit cards. I've heard people being blacklisted in pretty severe ways, prevented from getting jobs, prevented from working, people being put on the streets and made homeless by force, people who have gangstalkers stealing and damaging their properties, of course, in ways that I think it's called stripping of assets, in ways that they cannot really retaliate or protect themselves much, because it's difficult to catch the culprits because maybe they enter into your residence and you might have put some CCTV cameras or something like that to catch them, but then they might have worn a mask or something, so it's impossible for you to identify who this perpetrator is. So they can just come waltz into your house, steal your shit, or do whatever they want to do in your house and then leave, or they could do a lot of things. But regardless, the point of this is that there is definitely a double standard at play, and you have to be aware of this double standard. When you are dealing with the gangstalkers, when you are dealing with these enemies of yours, you have to understand that the adversary, how they think and how they view you and the world around you. They do not see you the way that you see yourself. They always put themselves at a place which is superior. They believe themselves, or I don't know, they fake it, whichever it is, that they are superior to you and that they are better than you and that they have better standards. They deserve better things in life, that they are justified and valid in having the better things in life, and that you do not have the right for the good things in life. You do not deserve the good things in life, and you're just not worthy of any of the good things in life. This is generally the message that I have come across. Now, I don't know specifically with you guys, specifically, let me know in the comment section. Maybe you would definitely deal with this as well, I think. But whether you do or you don't, let me know in the comment section, because I'll be quite interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Anyway, guys, I hope that you learned something new. And, if you like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one.